In life's profound journey, as we navigate countless relationships and encounters, the wisdom of Stoicism serves as a guiding light, illuminating the paths of trust and respect. Today we delve into a thought-provoking exploration of the types of people who, according to the Stoic ethos, may not be worthy of our trust and respect. Trust must be earned, and respect only when necessary reflects the essence of Stoic thought, a philosophy that promotes virtue above all else. Who are the people we should be careful about trusting and respecting? From the ghosts of falsehood to the invisible echoes of flattery, join us to learn about 9 types of people who challenge trust and respect that we would be wise to acknowledge. Have you ever felt your heart heavy with betrayal or cold with insincere, sweet words? As we begin this inner journey, ask yourself, how do these individuals influence your feelings of trust and respect? And how does Stoicism help us? Respond with wisdom and calm, for it is not in condemnation that we find solace, but in understanding and insight, which guide us to nurture relationships that resonate with honesty, integrity, and mutual respect. Join me as we travel this path, examining each trait through the lens of Stoic philosophy, seeking not judgment, but clarity, not resentment, but understanding. For in the realm of Stoicism, every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and every encounter is a lesson in the art of virtuous living. If you're ready to embark on this meaningful journey, comment ready to signal your willingness to delve into the timeless teachings of Stoic philosophy. Together, let us cultivate the insight and fortitude to recognize those who may not be worthy of our trust and respect, and nurture the qualities within ourselves that make us worthy of our trust and respect worth it. Martial, the gossip monger in the tapestry of human interactions. The threads of trust and respect are paramount. Yet there are those who, through their actions, fray these threads, distancing themselves from the virtue of integrity. Consider the story of Clara, a person known for her penchant for gossip. Her seemingly innocuous whispers shared in confidence soon wove a web of distrust and disrespect among her friends. Clara, once a cherished confidant, found herself isolated, her words no longer bearing the weight of truth, but the shadow of doubt. Why then do gossipers like Clara find themselves bereft of trust and respect? Stoicism teaches us that our words should reflect our character, and gossip is a direct affront to the Stoic values of honesty and respect for others. It undermines the social fabric, creating divisions and breeding mistrust. When one engages in gossip, they exhibit a lack of self-control and a disregard for the dignity of others, traits that are antithetical to Stoic principles. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once remarked that we should be more concerned with our character than our reputation, for our character is who we truly are, while our reputation is merely what others perceive us to be. Gossip tarnishes both, eroding our character and distorting our reputation. Therefore, it is incumbent upon us to eschew the role of the gossip monger. To cultivate a spirit of sincerity and respect in our communications, we must strive to be guardians of our words, ensuring they are used not to belittle or divide, but to uplift and unify. In doing so, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with our true nature, fostering relationships built on a solid foundation of trust and respect. Let this tale of Clara serve as a reminder of the corrosive nature of gossip and the importance of nurturing our character through virtuous speech. For in the realm of Stoicism, it is not merely what we say, but how we say it that defines our path to a virtuous and fulfilling life. Number 2. The narcissist. Do you often find yourself on the receiving end of someone's excessive anger or pride? Each time this occurs, it likely leaves you feeling diminished and disrespected. At the core of such interactions, You might often find a narcissistic individual, one who is excessively preoccupied with themselves, their prestige, and their needs, often at the expense of others. Narcissism, as we encounter it, is not just about self-love. It's an inflated sense of one's importance, a desire to be perpetually in the limelight. The narcissist craves admiration and has a distinct lack of empathy for others, which can lead to a breakdown in trust and respect. Consider the story of Damien, a person whose narcissistic tendencies slowly unraveled the fabric of trust with his peers. Damien always sought to be the star, rarely acknowledging others' contributions or feelings. His need for constant validation and his inability to celebrate others' successes led to his isolation over time. His colleagues and friends distanced themselves, seeking relationships grounded in mutual respect and empathy, which Damien could not offer. Stoicism, through the wisdom of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, teaches us that true self-worth comes from virtuous living and mutual respect, not from external validation or self-centeredness. Aurelius himself warned against self-adulation, emphasizing a life of service and humility. In the realm of Stoicism, a narcissist is not deserving of trust or respect because their behavior is antithetical to Stoic values of virtue, community, and the common good. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate relationships with individuals who demonstrate respect, empathy, and humility, qualities that foster trust and genuine respect. Thus, while we may encounter narcissistic individuals in our journey, Stoicism guides us to discern and choose our associations wisely, favoring those who uplift rather than diminish, who share rather than overshadow. In doing so, we align ourselves with the Stoic pursuit of a harmonious and virtuous life. Marker 3. The envious. In the grand theatre of life, we often encounter individuals who, rather than celebrating the achievements of others, look upon them with envy to discern an envious person. Observe their reactions to the successes of their peers. Does their countenance reflect joy, or does it darken with discontent? The envious do not simply desire what others have. They harbor resentment towards those who have achieved it. Consider the tale of Marcus, a skilled artisan whose colleague, Julia, received accolades for her exceptional work. Instead of sharing in her joy, Marcus was consumed by envy, diminishing Julia's accomplishments and spreading discontent among their peers. His actions, driven by jealousy, not only isolated him, but also sowed discord within their community. The Stoic philosophers, with their profound insight into human behavior, caution us against the corrosive nature of envy. Seneca, one of the venerated voices of Stoicism, eloquently stated, "Envy is the ulcer of the soul. It eats away at the very essence of our being, turning us into individuals who are more concerned with the fortunes of others than with cultivating our virtue and contentment." Envy, therefore, does not merely tarnish our interactions, it erodes our character, making us petty and selfish. It blinds us to our potential, chaining us to the successes and failures of others. An envious person thus is not deserving of our trust or respect, for their actions are not grounded in virtue, but in a destructive desire that undermines the harmony and mutual support essential for a thriving community. In conclusion, let us strive to be individuals who rejoice in the accomplishments of others, who view their successes as a source of inspiration rather than a cause for envy. By doing so, we align ourselves with Stoic principles, fostering a community of support, encouragement, and mutual respect, and proving ourselves worthy of the trust and respect of others. Have you ever encountered a jealous person in life? What have you done to prevent their negative influence on your life? Share your story with us in the comments number 4. The perpetual critic in life, encountering mentors who guide us toward growth and virtue, is indeed a blessing. These individuals, with their constructive feedback, pave our path to self-improvement. However, it's crucial to discern genuine guidance from the noise of perpetual criticism. Not everyone who critiques is a teacher. Some are merely critics offering little in the way of constructive aid. The perpetual critic is a figure you may recognize, someone who is quick to point out flaws but slow to offer solutions, who revels in criticism without a thought to its impact. This person's words often lack the warmth of genuine concern and instead carry the chill of judgment. Stoicism, with its focus on personal growth and resilience, offers a lens through which to view such criticism. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus advises, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. This teaching urges us to focus less on the external voices of perpetual critics and more on our internal compass of virtue and reason. The perpetual critic, who dwells in the realm of constant fault-finding without the intent to uplift, does not align with Stoic values. Such individuals may not only hinder our growth, but can also erode our sense of peace and self-worth if we allow their words to take root in our hearts. Thus, while constructive criticism can be a tool for growth, the perpetual critic's commentary often lacks the substance that fosters improvement. Recognizing this distinction is crucial. Embrace feedback that propels you toward virtue and excellence, and learn to let the unconstructive critique fall away like leaves from a tree, leaving you unshaken. Let us seek out those who guide with sincerity and purpose, and remember that respect and trust are earned through constructive, not destructive, engagement. In embodying Stoic principles, we not only shield ourselves from the barren critiques of the perpetual critic, but also walk a path marked by growth, resilience, and virtue. Number 5. The manipulative individual. Alex lived in a busy community. Alex initially attracted many with his charisma and charm. Behind Alex's charm was a manipulative nature that sought to influence situations and conversations in his favor, often at others' expense. Alex's manipulation developed over time. He spread unfounded rumors to influence a group decision or feigned distress to gain sympathy and avoid responsibility. Slowly, the community members, once trusting and open, started to see the patterns. Alex's words rarely matched his actions, and situations seemed engineered for personal gain. Alex lost respect and camaraderie as trust eroded. Invitations dwindled, conversations became superficial, and Alex's influence waned. In the end, Alex found himself isolated, a stark contrast to the vibrant social life he once enjoyed. Alex is just a typical example of this personality group. In the tapestry of human interactions, we often find ourselves at a crossroads, distinguishing between words that persuade and those that manipulate. This distinction is crucial. For while persuasion aims to enlighten and foster understanding, manipulation seeks to deceive for personal gain, offering no true value and eroding the bedrock of trust and respect upon which genuine relationships are built. Manipulative behavior is fundamentally at odds with Stoic principles which value virtue, honesty, and integrity. Above all, Stoicism teaches us that our actions and words should align with these core virtues, fostering trust and respect in our relationships. When manipulation enters the equation, it erodes these foundations, leading to a loss of trust and ultimately respect. So how do we, guided by Stoicism, recognize and guard against the manipulative individual? First, we must cultivate discernment, a Stoic virtue that allows us to see beyond surface appearances and assess the true intentions behind words and actions. We must ask ourselves, are these words or actions serving a mutual good, or are they designed to benefit one party at the expense of another? Manipulation caused this isolation, not community harshness. It was a poignant reminder of the Stoic belief that our actions and choices define us, and in the pursuit of virtue, there is no room for deceit or manipulation. Number 6. The flatterer. In the realm of human interactions, authenticity stands as a pillar of trust and respect. Yet there exists a character among us, the flatterer, whose insincerity erodes this very pillar. Picture Thomas, a person known for his excessive flattery. His words, though sweet, lacked the weight of sincerity. Over time, his friends began to question the authenticity of his praise, leading to a loss of trust and respect. His relationships, once meaningful, became superficial, marred by his tendency to flatter rather than speak truthfully. Why are such flatterers viewed with skepticism and wariness? Stoicism teaches us that genuine relationships are built on the foundation of honesty and respect. Flattery, especially when excessive and unearned, is a form of deception. It is a tool used not to uplift, but to manipulate, not to express genuine appreciation, but to curry favor. Such behavior is antithetical to Stoic values, which emphasize the importance of living with integrity and treating others with genuine respect. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, warned of the dangers of flattery, noting that it is a vice that preys on our vulnerabilities. Those who flatter do so not out of a sense of goodwill, but out of a desire to advance their own interests. By engaging in flattery, they demonstrate a lack of self-control and a disregard for the Stoic virtue of authenticity. Therefore, we must be wary of those who use flattery as a tool for self-interest and strive to cultivate relationships grounded in honesty and sincerity. We must resist the temptation to be the flatterer, recognizing that true respect and admiration are earned through virtuous actions, not hollow words. Let us heed the lesson from Thomas's story and commit to fostering genuine connections with those around us. In doing so, we honor the Stoic principles of integrity and authenticity, building relationships that are not only meaningful but also deserving of trust and respect. 7. The victim. In the grand narrative of our lives, we encounter individuals who perennially cast themselves in the role of the victim. Such individuals often cloak themselves in a mantle of misfortune, not as a genuine cry for help, but as a strategy to garner sympathy and evade responsibility. They navigate the world not as agents of their destiny, but as perpetual sufferers of circumstances, often manipulating the empathy of others for their gain. Consider the case of Emily, who consistently portrays herself as beleaguered by life's injustices regardless of her situation. When confronted with challenges, instead of seeking solutions or accepting her part in the matter, Emily shifts blame and solicits pity. Her friends, initially sympathetic, gradually recognize this pattern, leading to a loss of trust and respect. They see that Emily's perpetual victimhood is not a plight but a choice, a refusal to engage with life's challenges with autonomy and responsibility. Stoicism teaches us the value of facing life's trials with resilience and agency. As Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, asserts, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This wisdom underscores the Stoic ideal that our character and our responses are within our control, even when external circumstances are not. Thus, the individual who dwells in victimhood, who manipulates others' kindness for personal avoidance and gain, strays far from the Stoic virtues of courage, wisdom, and justice. Such behavior not only erodes personal growth, but also undermines the trust and respect integral to healthy, reciprocal relationships. In essence, while empathy and support are vital components of our social fabric, they should not be exploited by those unwilling to take ownership of their lives. We must approach those who adopt the victim persona with discernment, offering support that encourages accountability rather than enabling avoidance. In doing so, we uphold the Stoic principles of personal responsibility and mutual respect, fostering a community where trust is earned through genuine interaction and shared growth. Join the conversation in our comments section. Please share what types of people you are encountering and how you overcome this relationship. 8. The empathy-lacking individual. In our journey through life, the fabric of our relationships is woven with threads of empathy and understanding. It is empathy that allows us to connect deeply with others, to share in their joys and sorrows, and to cultivate a community grounded in compassion and much or respect. When we encounter individuals devoid of empathy, we find a dissonance in the harmony of human connection and absence that hinders the growth of a virtuous community. The Stoic philosophers, who deeply valued the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, recognized the integral role of empathy in living a virtuous life. As Marcus Aurelius, a sage of Stoicism, once articulated, "What injuries the hive, injuries the bee." This profound statement underscores the interconnectedness of our lives and the importance of empathy in ensuring the well-being of our collective human hive. An individual lacking empathy sees the world through a narrow lens, focused solely on their needs and experiences, oblivious to the emotional landscapes of others. Such a person, detached from the joys and struggles of their fellow beings, fails to contribute to the fabric of a supportive and understanding community. Their absence of empathy not only isolates them, but also diminishes the collective capacity for compassion and shared human experience. Thus, it becomes clear that those who lack empathy, who are unable to step outside themselves to understand and share in the feelings of others, do not merit our trust or respect. Trust is built on understanding, and respect is cultivated through shared values and mutual regard, qualities that are fundamentally absent in those devoid of empathy. In conclusion, let us embrace the Stoic call to cultivate empathy, to extend our understanding and compassion beyond ourselves, and to contribute to a community where trust, respect, and virtue flourish. By doing so, we not only honor the Stoic principles, but also nurture a world where every individual is seen, heard, and valued, creating a tapestry of human experience rich with understanding and mutual respect. 9. The judgmental. What do you understand by judgment? In its simplest form, judgment is an opinion or conclusion about someone or something. However, when we delve into the realm of human behavior, being judgmental takes on a more nuanced meaning. It becomes a hasty, often negative assessment of others, usually without a full understanding of their circumstances or character. Consider Sarah, who prides herself on her discerning eye at a community gathering. She observes Peter's modest attire and without further ado concludes that he lacks sophistication and taste. Her judgment, voiced loudly enough for whispers to begin, not only embarrasses Peter, but also alienates those who sense the unfairness of her assessment. Why then, you might ask, do those who rush to judge not warrant our trust or respect? Stoicism teaches us that wisdom lies in understanding, not in superficial assessments. It tells us that every individual, with their unique set of experiences and challenges, deserves our empathy, not our judgment. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This emphasizes the Stoic value of listening and understanding. Before forming an opinion, judgmental people like Sarah bypass this wisdom. By choosing to judge swiftly, they reveal a lack of depth in their character and an absence of genuine insight, qualities essential for earning trust and respect. Their judgments do not contribute to growth or understanding, but propagate negativity and division. While it is natural to form opinions, Stoicism urges us to do so with caution, empathy, and a deep understanding of the complexities of human nature. Those who judge hastily distance themselves from these virtues, undermining the very essence of trust and respect. Let us therefore strive to embody the Stoic principles of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation, fostering a community where understanding and empathy prevail over judgment and divisiveness. He who walks with the wise grows wise. This seems to be a principle that guides us in finding the right and quality companions in our exploration of those who may not merit our trust and respect. From the envious to the empathetic, the perpetual critic to the insincere flatterer, we uncover not just whom to be wary of, but also a mirror reflecting our own choices and behaviors. Stoicism doesn't merely instruct us to avoid certain characters. It implores us to seek out those who foster our growth, virtue, and tranquility. In choosing companions, be they friends, partners, or colleagues, let us heed the Stoic wisdom of aligning with individuals who inspire our best selves, who share our commitment to virtue, and who contribute to a life marked by happiness and peace. Remember the counsel of Marcus Aurelius: "The company of just and righteous men is better than wealth and a rich estate." Thus, as we journey forward, let us choose our companions wisely, for they shape our path to a virtuous, fulfilling life.